Does Ashton Kutcher have anything to do with Diddy's crime ring? Maybe, as it appears that the pair have been friends for decades and have been seen out and about together, with Ashton attending Diddy's infamous parties. Now, these parties are in which the police believe crimes were happening, but if Ashton was a part of this, was he forced to participate by Diddy? I mean, Diddy has made threats to him in the past. Now, Diddy and Ashton met in the early 2000s as they both did work for MTV. Ashton was on the show Punk'd, which was a reality show where he would secretly prank celebrities and catch their reactions on camera. Diddy, though, was not a fan of this. Ashton and the crew were throwing out names of celebrities who they thought would be good to prank, and Diddy's name came up. But somehow, Diddy was made aware of this and confronted Ashton, telling him not to prank him. Later, in a joint interview in 2018 with James Corden, Diddy and Ashton spoke about what happened. Diddy said, "I gave Ashton a call one day and said, I heard you're going to punk me, and I just don't think that's a good idea. If you do that, that will not end well for you, but I think we should work out a deal." Then their friendship bloomed. I'm not sure though, with Diddy starting off with a threat like that, I don't think he'd want to be friends. Also, what kind of deal was Diddy talking about? With everything we know now about the rapper, that is just suspicious. Now, later in the conversation, Corden asks what happens on the other side of that velvet rope, what's going on inside that party. Diddy then laughs and said, "This was before social media, so things were a little bit more private. It was a gorgeous time to grow up." And yeah, it was good for him, because no one was able to document his crimes and post them everywhere or expose and cancel him for all of the horrible things that he did. Later on in the interview, he named his 30th birthday party as his best party, saying that Beyonce and Donald Trump were in attendance. He then added that he was no longer in contact with the then president. "I just tried to lead by example," he said. "It's a wake-up call to take accountability for the future of America and the future of the world." Corden then said, "I don't want to speak out of turn, but are we looking at a Diddy Kutcher 2020 ticket here?" Diddy laughed at the idea, saying, "I don't think it would be in the country's best interest to have me in charge," and yeah, it wouldn't be. And with Ashton's ties to Diddy, he wouldn't be good in charge either. Now, this isn't the only interview that's raised some eyebrows about the pair. In 2019, Ashton was a guest on the YouTube show Hot Ones, where he was asked about his friendship with Diddy. The host asked Ashton what his favorite Diddy party moment was, and Ashton laughed and said, "I've got a lot I can't tell." He sat thinking and said, "Can't tell that one either. Diddy party stories, man, that was some weird memory lane thing." Now, it is very strange that he dodged this question, and what was so bad about the memories that did pop up in his mind? Did he know that bad things were happening at Diddy's parties, and was he a part of the problem? People who have watched back this interview are shocked and have become even more suspicious of Ashton. Now, if you somehow didn't know, Diddy was arrested in September for running a crime ring. He's been denied bail multiple times as he's a flight risk, but he's been in trouble with the law before his arrest. He had at least 4 lawsuits filed against him, like from his ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura or music producer Rodney Jones. Then in March, 2 of Diddy's homes were raided, and since he's been arrested, more and more cases have been brought against him. His trial is set for May 2025, but that might change depending on how many more people come forward about the star. It's been said from sources that Ashton is actually scared of what Diddy could say and that he might try to drag the actor down. An insider source revealed to Daily Mail that Ashton absolutely regrets his friendship with Diddy considering what has happened. He feels lied to, betrayed, taken for granted, and manipulated. They continue by saying everyone who is close to Diddy fears the possibility of Diddy making up false allegations to clear his own name. Although Kutcher is frightened by the prospect of being involved in the case, he is also prepared to completely cooperate with the authorities because he has nothing to hide. But I don't know. I feel like a non-guilty person isn't worried about being framed for being taken down for something that's complete lies. I think Ashton is definitely hiding something and is more involved than we think, and we'll just have to see how this all plays out. But on the other hand, last week a source told TMZ that Ashton has nothing to worry about. A source alleged to the media outlet, "This narrative has got to stop. Ashton has nothing to do with this, zero involvement, zero knowledge of Combs' activities." The source added, Ashton, like everyone else in Hollywood, attended a Diddy party 20 years ago. So maybe this will finally put an end to all the Ashton speculation. As we all know though, Ashton does not have the best track record when it comes to choosing friends. Like, he his wife Mila Kunis's longtime friend and co-star Danny Masterson. The three of them acted together on the show That 70s Show, and on June 17, 2020, Danny was charged with 3 crimes, and on January 21, 2021, he pleaded not guilty. Later though, he was found guilty, and for his sentencing, Ashton and Mila submitted character letters to the judge to hopefully reduce his sentencing. These letters were then leaked to the public, and it made a lot of people angry that they were defending him. Ashton wrote that Danny was an excellent role model and was a dedicated and loyal husband. I hope that my testament to his character is taken into consideration in sentencing. I do not believe he is an ongoing harm to society, and having his daughter raised without a father would be an injustice in and of itself. As a friend, Danny has been nothing but a positive influence on me, Ashton wrote. Over a 25-year relationship, I don't ever recall him lying to me. He's taught me about being direct and confronting issues in life and relationships head on, resolving them and moving forward. Now, this being leaked then prompted the couple to apologize online. In the video, Ashton said he and his wife wrote the letters after Danny's family asked them to characterize the person that we knew for 25 years so that the judge could take that into full consideration relative to the sentencing. Though the pair acknowledged that they were aware of the pain their letters had caused. They were intended for the judge to read, Ashton said, and not to undermine the testimony of the victims or re-traumatize them in any way. We would never want to do that, and we're sorry if that has taken place. And let me just say, a lot of people actually didn't forgive them. The backlash was so bad that Ashton actually stepped down as chairman for the company Thorn. His decision to step down was rooted in the recognition of recent events, the organization said in a statement. Ashton went on to say, after my wife and I spent several days of listening, personal reflection, learning, and conversations with survivors and the employees and the leadership at Thorn, I have determined the responsible thing for me to do is to resign as chairman of the board effective immediately, Ashton said in a letter. It seems like with everything that's happened with Danny and Diddy, Ashton doesn't surround himself with the best people. So what does that make him? Is he really as good as he claims he is? All I gotta say is I never expected to witness the downfall of Ashton Kutcher. Now, when it comes to the Diddy case, we'll just have to wait and see what happens and how involved Ashton really is. Well, that's all for our video today. What do you think Ashton's involvement is? Let us know in the comments down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. I'm your host Emily, and we'll see you next time. Peace. Diddy. Now, Diddy and Ashton met in the early 2000s as they both did. Now, Diddy and Ashton both. Oh my gosh. He's been denied bail. He's been denied